Let's cut through the chase.
store
Let's cut through the
film.
chase. I know the law better than you do.
Police officers wield considerable power, but sometimes they cross the line and target the wrong person, only to face the consequences of their actions. In December of 2023, an individual was peacefully walking and taking photos in the waterfront district of Scottsdale, Arizona, when a store owner suddenly came over and started messing with them.
Sorry, I can't hear you because
What are you guys up to? I haven't given any permission to record.
you haven't given me permission to record
Yeah,
what?
if you record my face, you need my permission. What? How can
Well,
I
then
help
what'd you call me for?
Well, you're recording, and you're recording.
Don't
That's
touch
disrespectful.
me. It's not being disrespectful and sticking your hand in somebody's camera.
No, it's my business.
Now, why don't you
need
guys
to
just go
leave.
back to work? Have a nice day. You ever think this might be going somewhere and you might get some good publicity for your store instead of acting like a
No,
fool?
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking, I would like people come and say, hey, did you mind if we record something? That would be nice.
Not with your attitude.
No, I wasn't with my attitude. You start to record without asking.
No, you have a terrible attitude. I'm sure I'm not the first person to tell you that.
No, you are very disrespectful.
Okay. Why don't you just have a good night? Start all over again. So you don't want... I need your permission to film you is what you're telling me, right? But you're allowed to film me?
You're filming me.
Oh, so that means you're allowed to.
The woman believed that she could record the men without their consent, but demanded that they ask permission to film on a public sidewalk. The hypocrisy can be seen quite clearly.
We can have Scottsdale PD ask you to leave.
You can have Scottsdale come here and educate you and tell you what a fool you're acting like.
I'm acting like a fool.
Yes.
We just told you to
100%.
stop. We
Did
just
you
told
call
you.
the police?
I'm about to.
Call them.
Yeah,
They'll
I
come
will.
educate you. Tell you to go back to work. Call 911.
I am working. You guys can.
He's calling 911 because a couple of guys are taking pictures on the sidewalk.
Because
You
we
guys are
didn't give you
fools.
permission.
Amy, we're witness journalists. I know what you guys are doing.
Okay.
And they're harassing.
If you know what I'm doing, you should have acted right.
They are
Yeah.
outside the
People
store. You're
respectful
actually
to ask me, hey, can I record?
And you
That's
earn
all.
respect by being disrespectful, you get what you get.
And the man is being
I asked why you guys are recording. So you went on me.
And I what?
Went on me, my business and my employee.
So the cops coming? They're on the way?
Yeah.
Should I wait for them?
Yeah.
Okay. I really wish you wouldn't have been rude. We could have had a nice conversation.
The employee of the store blatantly threatened to call the police on them for filming on a public sidewalk. I mean, how does that make sense? It is shocking to see such ignorance of basic rights.
I am asking the gentleman to stop recording us because I don't feel comfortable being on camera and my client haven't been able to leave the store because she doesn't want to leave.
Are we even going to go?
I don't know. They have been there. I'm recording there too to prove everything they have been saying to us. So everything is recorded there. So my client has been able to leave. They
What's the
said
deal?
they can do that because they're
Sorry?
outside.
Put that down. You're going to talk to me.
I'm not going to put my camera down.
You can put your camera down. It'll still record.
I'm
and
not
I'm
putting
recording.
my camera down. What is the issue?
The issue
Let's start with that. I'm out on a public sidewalk taking some video, and this woman wants me to stop videoing the public sidewalk so her client can leave.
she doesn't want you to video her store. That's
She doesn't?
private property,
No,
not
it's
a
not.
public sidewalk.
Do you really believe that?
That her store is hers? Yes, I do.
That I can't film it from the sidewalk?
I didn't say that. I said she doesn't want
Let's cut
her
through the chase.
store
Let's cut through the
filmed.
chase. I know the law better than you do.
When the cops finally showed up at the scene, Officer Shep made it worse. Her action showed complete disregard for de-escalation, turning a tense moment into an unnecessary conflict.
So what are you going to do about it?
Why are you here?
I'm filming the sidewalk.
What? The sidewalk is
I'm
this
filming
way.
people walking. I can film anything my eyes can see. You know the deal. You know the story, so don't go there.
Well, you already insulted me and said I don't, but
No, I didn't
I'm
say you don't. I said I know the law
asking
better than you.
why You're filming the store.
Because I'm filming people. I'm going from one business. Not that I owe you an explanation.
You
but I'm
do.
gonna give you. No, I don't.
You
well,
do
now I'm not
because
gonna
you're
give you one.
in front of a private business,
Doesn't matter.
blocking the entry and
No, I was
exit.
standing right over here. Nobody's blocking any entrances. Don't try
You mean
that.
now that you've moved?
I walked up there to talk to you. Let's not start playing games. Everything I do is on camera.
Okay.
Nice try.
So you're not going to tell me why you're here.
I
You're-
told you why.
No, you said you're filming the sidewalk.
I'm making a video.
That's not the sidewalk.
I can film anything I want. I can film. I'm filming you. I can film inside the store.
Yeah, I
can't-
gathered.
I can't go into her store unless she invites me in.
The officer had no idea that she was dealing with someone who knew his rights. Instead of protecting his rights, the officer overstepped her authority, but she wasn't going to get away with it.
You know,
Okay,
respect
I'm
the
just
police.
asking
What can I
you
expect from
why you're filming her store. It's making
Because
her
that's what I feel
uncomfortable.
like doing.
So you're just instigating things.
No, not
for
at
the
all.
hell of it.
I've been out here for hours, going store to store, 5-10 minutes in
Okay.
front of each store.
So you've been here for hours filming 5 to 10 minutes at each store.
That's
So you
correct.
have quite a bit of footage of the stores. But because somebody asked you to leave, now you have to what? Harass her?
I wasn't harassing her. I stayed here because she called you. I would have been gone already.
Feel free to go.
Am I free to go?
Yeah.
Okay,
Goodbye.
so I'm free to stay.
No.
Sure I am.
Okay.
And a matter of fact, I'll take a supervisor. I'd like to speak to your sergeant.
Oh, I bet you would. He's
Yeah,
on
look.
his way.
Good.
What's your name?
I'm not interested in giving that to you.
You are going to give it to me
For what?
because we're investigating a crime.
A crime of me standing on the sidewalk? I haven't said
That's
a
what-
word the whole time we're
That's
standing
what
here.
you say.
The officer assumed that she had the right to demand personal information as she was called on the scene. The only thing more ridiculous than her arrogance was her condescending attitude.
Okay, well, until you
Jason,
can
what's
prove
your
otherwise.
last
You
name?
said your supervisor's on the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to wait and speak with him.
No.
Yeah.
You seem real confused about
I'm really not
the fact
confused.
that we were called here for a reason
You were called here for somebody taking video on a public sidewalk.
of a private business
Doesn't
and
matter.
preventing someone who doesn't want to
I'm
be
not
on
stopping
camera
anybody from
to leave.
Do you think that's legal? What statute would I be violating?
You're causing a disturbance at this
no,
business.
I'm really not. She caused her own disturbance.
The patron caused her own
No,
disturbance
the
by
owner of the
shopping in a
shop. The
store.
owner of the shop.
The patron.
Decided, no, the owner of
The
shop.
patron is inside this store who doesn't feel comfortable to leave because you're in a pissing match with this
I'm
owner.
not in a pissing match. I stayed here waiting for you because she told me she called you. What do you
Uh-huh.
want me to do? Run away and leave so you can look for me? I'm not running anywhere.
Well, I
stayed
don't
here waiting for you.
to be combative and not provide
No,
any
I-
information.
The officer escalated the situation on camera without hesitation. And if this is how she acts when being recorded, imagine how her behavior is when there's no camera.
You came out
Why?
with an attitude, and I told you what I'm doing. And I asked you if you wanted to de-escalate, calm down, and have a cordial conversation. You don't want to do that.
I
wanna
told you
bark
I already did
unlawful
that.
orders at me and tell me to do things I don't have to
Okay.
do.
Right. Got it.
And you just told me I was free to go. So
Yeah, you're
not-
refusing to
you're not
leave.
investigating the crime. I don't have to leave.
You're refusing
I'm
to
on a
leave.
public sidewalk. You can't
And?
trespass me from a public sidewalk.
I didn't
unless
say you're
follow the law.
trespassed.
Good. Well, why would I have to leave then?
You asked if you could leave.
Right.
I said, yeah.
Right, for the purpose
you
of telling
did.
you that that means I can stay.
Okay.
Exactly right.
That's not, but
It is. And listen, I'm not trying
What's
to give
your
you a
bar
hard
number?
time. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, okay?
Are you kidding me
But
right now?
I'm not going to stand here.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
not going to stand here and get my rights violated by somebody.
Are you
who doesn't
kidding
know
me?
the law. Are you kidding me?
No. You've insulted us from the moment we got here.
Nobody's insulted
You're more knowledgeable about everything. You're
Not about
refusing to
everything,
identify
no.
yourself.
Not about everything.
You're filming a sidewalk
When it comes
except
to-
for
when it
not
comes to the law,
sidewalk
as far as
and
these,
this.
The officer claimed that she was insulted when she arrived, but the reality was just the opposite. Jason remained calm, introduced himself, and even tried to de-escalate. Yet instead of acting professionally, the officer took offense where there was none.
You can't chase people off a public sidewalk for no reason. It's not the way it works.
Okay. So are you refusing to provide your name?
Do I have a lawful reason to give you my name?
I told you
Do
why.
you suspect me of a crime?
Yeah.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Well, I'm talking to you, and my partner's talking to
So
them.
what crime do you suspect?
Disorderly conduct.
Okay, well, we'll wait and see if your sergeant agrees with that.
Okay, so you're refusing to provide your name. Got
No, I
it.
told you I want to speak to your sergeant.
He's on the way.
Okay, so when your sergeant gets here, if your sergeant tells me I lawfully have to give him my name, I will. Him or her.
Yeah. And you're refusing to say anything.
Same thing he said.
Great.
I know,
And-
I know the law. know
I
the law.
got it. I don't need to hear any more about how you know the law.
You don't need to hear about anything. I think you need to be educated on the law, and I think your sergeant's going to do that for you when they get here.
Okay. That sounds good, Jason.
How do you know my name?
You introduced yourself.
There you go. So I gave you my name.
No, you didn't.
You just said I introduced myself.
As Jason.
That's my name.
That's your legal
That's the
name.
they
No
gave me.
last
That's it.
name, no middle name.
The officer had no legal justification to demand his credentials. Fortunately, he knew his rights and wisely requested to talk to her supervisor.
What company do you work for?
I'm not going to answer any questions until your sergeant gets here.
Okay.
And then maybe I still won't, but I probably will. depending on their life. You're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Start us a third.
And you really should try to be a little more professional. You're throwing around false accusations. You said I was blocking the door, I'm preventing somebody from leaving. None of that happened.
If you would have let me finish, the patron does not feel comfortable leaving because you won't stop filming the store. There has never been any problem with you filming the sidewalk, with the exception
There's no problem
of
with me filming this store.
you're not filming the sidewalk. So why are you trying to make her uncomfortable?
The officer lacked a clear understanding of the law and turned aggressive instantly. Instead of handling the situation professionally, she escalated it the moment she spoke.
I can film whatever I want. for myself.
That wasn't what I said. I told you why we're here. You don't like it.
No.
That's the difference.
No, it's not.
She doesn't
No.
want to leave
So
and
what's
deal
your
with
story?
this.
You think you said a few minutes ago that I'm doing all this to create a scene?
You are.
So, but now you're saying I don't like it that you're here. So which one is it? If I was trying to create a scene, I'd be happy.
You have created a scene.
No, I really have not. I'm out here minding my own business, taking video on a beautiful day, not bothering a soul. And this woman
Except
wants
for
me
you
to-
are bothering a soul. That is my point.
Not lawfully.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Not at all.
Okay. Well,
So what if I was out here not filming? What if I'm out here reading a book and a person says, I don't want to see your book, books trigger me, and I would like you to put that book away so I can read this.
I'm working.
okay.
Full.
Thank you, officer, very much. Yeah, if they don't respect the police, they're not coming.
Exacerbating fear.
Thank you very much.
There's nothing to be afraid of. A couple of guys out here. Do I look like I'm out here breaking the law?
She had nothing to say when Jason questioned her. She acts like she knows everything, but her lack of knowledge is quite evident.
So would you say that whatever you were doing was causing a disturbance for her business?
No. I think her
No.
coming out and yelling at me, sticking her hand in my hand,
Okay.
doing all that, might have. I don't know.
Do you think that this makes everyone comfortable?
Well, that's a whole nother discussion.
Well,
So,
but that-
I'll tell
but
you
that-
what.
but that's what I'm
answer.
asking you,
I'll
because-
answer, sure. I'll answer. Some people love being on here.
Right.
Some people
And
don't,
some
other
hate
people
it,
don't.
right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So
That's
you
why I make
you
very sure
you
I'm-
doing what you do, wouldn't it make sense if somebody comes to you and has an issue with what's going on and it's just causing problems in front of the business to just move along?
Well, and if she didn't call you, I would have been gone. And like I said, I'm in front of each
Well,
business.
how long have you been here?
Since we first got here, probably a half an hour because I stayed.
No,
here
I mean
waiting
in
for
front
you.
of this particular
I
store.
was here for probably less than a minute when she first came out.
The supervisor arrived on the scene and remained noticeably calm, unlike his officers. However, this only highlighted how poorly his officers were handling the situation.
You've been here for a half an hour.
Because I waited for the police. She said she was going. I'm not going to run away if she said she's going.
Right, but what is the point?
I told you I'm making a travel video about the shopping.
Right,
district.
but my point is if you got all these stores to go to, right?
Right.
And you've had no issues with any interactions with any of the other stores, correct?
I have had the first negative
Right,
interaction of the day.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That being said,
Yeah.
why stay and continue to be an issue?
There was not even a chance. You're talking about. A
Okay,
minute.
you're missing my point.
Well, first
Okay,
of all,
so if you're walking around and you got all these stores to go to,
Yes.
and the one that causes issues for you and you're causing issues
well,
for
like I
them,
said, if she didn't say she was calling the police, I would have been gone already. I waited because she said she was calling the police. I don't want you to have to look.
how many times did she ask them to leave?
She was filming them before they still
Well, on a public sidewalk, sir. I never went into her store.
I understand that, but you're still right in front of the doors.
No, I was here. I was literally standing here.
Even though calm, his knowledge was as thin as that of his officer. Instead of protecting Jason's rights, he violated them by blaming himself. Another tyrant exposed.
My camera was like this,
Mhm.
and I purposely set up so I would view down the sidewalk that way and a little bit in front of the store here.
So you weren't filming into it?
When she first came out, no, I was not. Nope.
Like the velvet rope. Well, I mean, they have a shotgun mic that they have on their stuff right now listening to us, so this is part of the conversation. So if they're filming into the
He thinks I'm recording his private conversation out on the sidewalk.
It's whatever.
Like I said, the biggest thing is a shotgun mic. The biggest is see what's going on, which is inappropriate.
And you said you did travel videos?
Yes, I do.
What's your
Been doing it for 5 years.
What's your YouTube?
Well, when this all wraps up and you guys are have made your decision and let me know what your plans are, I'd be happy to give it to you. I'm not trying to hide who I am.
Clearly you are.
No, I'm really not.
Okay. Well,
I'm really not.
when I ask a question and you don't answer it, that indicates you're hiding it.
Well, I just told you I wanted to speak to your sergeant.
Yeah, no, I gathered that.
All right,
So what do we
so
got, Sergeant?
you know what I mean? I'm not sure what you're expecting.
Well, I don't know. Somebody calls the police, and the police are here doing
Well,
investigation.
they're
I think a logical question is
they're
where we are.
uncomfortable with what you guys are doing. So basically everything starts off what the client was talking about, and the client didn't feel comfortable being filmed.
Okay.
So I should call the police.
Okay.
You guys aren't doing anything
I
illegal.
was gonna say, isn't that a little foolish?
No.
I think you have better things to do than have somebody call you because they
I mean, we handle
don't
lots.
feel like walking out of a store.
Well, I mean, you make people feel uncomfortable, like
No,
we
people make
talked
themselves
about.
feel uncomfortable.
I'm not here to argue with you.
So if somebody's
I'm not here to argue
if
with
somebody's very happy to
I'm
be
not
on my
here to
account,
argue
I'm
with
asking
you.
you a question.
I'm not going to answer it because
All
I'm
right,
going to
well,
tell
then
you.
have a good
Listen,
day. Have a
listen.
good day.
We talked about
Have
the
a good
fact
day.
that some people
I'm
like
not
to be
interested in having
filmed
a conversation either.
and
Have a
some
good
don't.
day.
All I'm
You
going to
guys
tell
are
you
all done? I'm free to leave.
all I'm telling you is
I'm
this:
free to leave.
if you cause
Have a good
disturbances,
day. I don't want to hear it.
you're looking
I don't
at.
want to hear your directives. Have a nice day.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. And instead of exacerbating fear, maybe you should tell her the real deal.
I already talked to her.
You already talked to her. You make her feel better?
I don't know.
Is her feelings feel better now?
I don't know. Do you feel better?
I've been feeling great since the start, man. I was hoping a little more from you. I was expecting a little more from you, and I was hoping you were going to show up and do the right thing. But you'll get the feedback. You'll hear about it.
These officers are a prime example of why the public's trust in the police is fading. Instead of upholding the law, they abused their power, made false accusations, and used threats of arrest to intimidate. And if you think this was intense, this next auditor really took these cops to the cleaners.
You're not going to record me, so if you put that away, then we'll discuss.
Yeah, why are you coming up on me like that, man?
In June of 2023, First Amendment auditor Sean Paul Reyes decided to head over to the Suffolk County Traffic Violations Bureau to conduct an audit and exercise his constitutional right. It didn't take long before an officer approached him, attempting to intimidate him.
Sit down. Put
Hey,
that down.
whoa, back away from me, man.
Put that down.
What are you doing?
Let's go.
Back
Not in the
away.
courthouse.
Back away. This is not. I'm not in a courtroom. I'm not in a courtroom. Who are you?
Good.
Yeah. Why are you coming up on me like that, man?
That's you know. You can't
Well,
film.
I'm not in any courtroom or I'm not in a courtroom or anything. I'm not in a restricted area. This is a public area.
Just asking you not to film.
But this is a public area. I'm
Filming
not.
in the area.
Yes, I'm in a public area. This is a public
Sir,
area.
There's no filming in the area. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to get. Listen, are you security guard or law enforcement? Are you security guard or law enforcement, sir? Can I get your name? Badge number 117.
Sean saw himself ganged up on by a group of tyrants, but soon a supervisor appeared, lecturing him on some unlawful signs regarding photography.
Hey, how you doing? Are you supervisor here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just taking some pictures and video. I'm a journalist.
Sure, come on over this way. I'm going to show you the sign.
Yeah, let me see the sign. Sure, no problem.
So I'm going to ask you nicely to please shut this off and then read the sign and then determine how you want to proceed.
So what rules of the chief judge? Are you law enforcement?
Step back.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for five
Would you
security
please read the
guards.
sign and then stop recording.
Are you law enforcement, sir?
Yes.
You're law enforcement?
I'm going to ask you to read the sign
Or are you public safety?
and I'm going to ask you to read the sign. And
Rules of the chief judge. Electronic recording and audiovisual coverage in court facilities, court proceedings. Yeah, of court proceedings. Where's the actual order? This is just the sign. Where's like an order from the
that is
judge?
the order from the chief judge right there.
Yeah, the chief judge of where?
So once again, you're in a courthouse.
Yeah.
You've read the sign. You've seen no video, no photographers, no recording.
What's the law though?
Sean made it clear that emotions and baseless signs don't override constitutional rights. He continued grilling the tyrant security guard who had no clue about the law.
I can call a police officer and a deputy sheriff if you'd like me to. What can I do to assist you?
I mean, you could definitely call law enforcement. I would love for you to call law enforcement because I would like for you to get educated. This is not a law.
appreciate that.
These are policies, sir. Can I get your name?
Sure, Captain Wright.
Captain Wright?
Ray.
Captain Ray.
Yes.
Yeah, these are policies, and this officer here tried to come at me from behind and put his hands on me. They're not here to put. You're not here to put your hands on anybody, man. That's not okay.
So what can I do to help you today?
That's not okay. You're public
So
safety.
what can I do to help you today?
I'm not a danger of the
Recording
public safety.
stuff.
Yes, I am recording. So I'm a journalist. I have a First Amendment right to record in publicly accessible areas.
Okay, but
I'm
not here.
gathering
This is a
content.
courthouse. The signs are very clear.
I'm not in a courtroom.
Do you have business here today, sir?
I'm not in a courtroom. Yes, I do.
Well, it says if you actually read the sign, office or hallway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask
So where's
you-
the courtrooms?
So I'm going to ask you
Where's the
nicely-
courtrooms? Is this the hallway of a courtroom?
The auditor's persistence left the security supervisor flustered, forcing him to call in an actual law enforcement officer.
Yeah, I'm just a First Amendment, I'm a First Amendment advocate. I'm a journalist. I'm not in, there's no courtrooms around here where I'm at. These are publicly accessible areas. I'm just working on a story, gathering content for a story, peacefully. I'm not bothering anybody, and they're making a big deal about it.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to accomplish exercising my rights without having being told to stop. That's really what I'm trying to accomplish.
Mind trying to open me out here real quick?
I mean,
I'd be happy to talk with you. Can you record me all you want?
I mean, we could talk, but I don't want to talk out there unless you're going to. No, I'm just recording all the signage here and all the public documents that are inside. Yeah, I'm not anywhere near any courtrooms. Nowhere near courtroom.
All right.
No, not even in them.
I showed this gentleman all the signs and asked him to read it.
Yeah, but these aren't the law. These aren't the law, though. These aren't the law, sir. These are signs. These are policies.
These policies of what the building is asking you of.
Yeah, they're policies. I have a right. This is a public building. I have the right to be in this public building. And just because I'm recording shouldn't restrict my access to the public building. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not interrupting any courtrooms. I'm not doing anything of that nature.
Then it turns out that the officer had no clue about the law and was as dumb as those security officials. It didn't take long for Sean to humiliate him as well.
They have the sign up here for a reason.
I understand it's a policy, but they also, sir, deputy, they also had signs once upon a time that said people of a certain skin color couldn't come into an establishment, correct? Were those signs acceptable? Just because it's on a sign.
Can we talk over here? So
I'd rather.
over here?
I'll get out the way. We can come over here.
Come over here. Just follow me over here.
We can come over here.
All right. Okay. So what are you trying to do? Besides just record in...
I'm just recording in publicly accessible areas. That's all I'm doing. And if you are going to violate my rights in any way, you let me know that, and I'll take it up with the proper venue. If you're gonna arrest me for any reason,
I never said I was gonna arrest you.
I would hope not. I'm not breaking the law.
Eventually, the officer removed Sean from the building and he had to abandon his recording. Just a year later, he returned to the building, but this time to fight the 4 tickets that he had received earlier for tint on his SUV.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
What they do? They give you tickets from front, back.
So they gave me a ticket for each window. I drive an SUV. I drive an SUV, ma'am. I'm sorry. I drive an SUV, and the back 2 windows, according to the motor vehicle traffic law, the back 2 windows of an SUV could be of any darkness.
Okay.
So he gave me one
What's
ticket.
on your phone? Are you about to show me something?
No, I don't need to show you
You're
anything.
about to show me something.
No.
I'm gonna get rid of 3 of them. Okay, I'm just gonna charge you for 1.
Right. Yeah. I appreciate that, ma'am. But you said you would get dismissed 3 of them and charge me for 1 tint ticket. They're all unlawful. So I would just ask for time to get an attorney at that point and go to trial.
The lady was kind enough to let go of all 3 tickets, but Sean was fighting a more significant cause and wouldn't let this tyranny slide. Moments later, the female official found a problem with being recorded.
Calm down, because I feel like you're videoing me.
Can I put my phone down?
Yeah, because I feel like you're videoing me.
I video.
That's why I moved over here.
Oh, okay. Are you a public servant? I record all my engagement, all my interactions with public servants.
You're not gonna record me, so if you put that away, then we'll discuss.
Ma'am, I just record all my interactions for transparency and accountability with.
I'm not gonna do that though.
Why not?
So.
Isn't the director here pro-Constitution? Brian Browns, right? He's pro-First Amendment. I was told that the director here encourages
Just give us a moment.
constitutional activities.
You can have a seat, please.
Sure, no problem. No problem.
Sean discovered that a new pro-Constitution chief, Brian Browns, had taken over, and the unlawful boards were removed. But still, officials continued to avoid the camera.
Absolutely hypocritical. So what the prosecutor tried to do was get me to agree to a plea bargain where I plead guilty. She takes away 3 of the tickets and leaves me only with 1. But I'm not willing to do that because there are retaliatory tickets from Sergeant Mio for exercising my First Amendment right. 2 of them are outright unlawful, and the other 2 are not correct either. They're not lawful either. He didn't use a tint meter to gauge the light passing through. My tints are legal.
All right, so you have 4 tint tickets.
Right.
3 of them I'm going to dismiss, and the other one I'm going to drop the fine for you to 105.
I appreciate that,
Is that
ma'am.
acceptable?
I appreciate that, ma'am. It's more than just the money for me. It's about the principle. This officer gave me these tickets in retaliation for we had a previous interaction before he pulled me over that he didn't like, where I was recording him, and he didn't like it, so he pulled me over for the tints. My tints are legal. The back 2 windows can be any darkness. So I would just like to consult an attorney if I can get a date, so I can consult an attorney about moving forward.
That's fine.
It didn't take long for the woman to return and offer service again. The new chief's rules worked, and Sean got what he came for.
That's fine, yeah.
That's fine. So just have a seat.
I appreciate you. Negotiating the plea for me, but it's a principle thing, not a money thing. Thank you, ma'am.
That's totally
Thank you,
fine.
ma'am. Appreciate it.
Just have a seat.
Yep.
And we'll get that date.
No problem. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
August 26th, okay?
August 26th. Thank you, ma'am.
You could come before that date if you want. You
Okay.
don't have to wait if you're not married to that date.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day, okay? Take care. So we have a new date here, August 26th. Hey, how are you guys? Good, good, good.
After getting a court date, Sean left the desk and continued to record for a good amount of time. Fortunately, no officer or security personnel came over to stop him, showcasing that the institution was being handled much better. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today, corrupt officers challenged the wrong people and paid the price. Their lack of legal knowledge was evident, and it was satisfying to see them exposed and humbled by ordinary citizens. And if you agree with me, please support us by liking this video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, watch how some of the worst domestic abusers get owned by the cops.
What happened?
Turn around, you're under arrest for domestic battery.
No, I'm not.
I don't care.